Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, when PS Singoi reacted to Museveni's comment, many of us looked at that response and said that was a way of telling Museveni to stop being petty. So what happened? Museveni, also noting very well that Ruto had not reacted to his statement, also decided to deploy a presidential aide to now react to the accusations that are coming from Ruto's junior, who is PS Singoi. So in this analysis, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to take you directly into what the Ugandan presidential aide for press and mobilization, Farouk Kirunda, what he has clarified about President Yoweri Museveni's recent remarks. And according to him, he suggests that people got Museveni's words out of context. So in other words, the Ugandan authority is beginning to tell us that we did not understand what Museveni said. And he says, comments by the Ugandan president, His Excellency Kaguta Museveni, on accessibility to the ocean should be understood in context. Listening to snippets misleads. The president was emphasizing the concept of a strategically strong Africa that can defend itself in land, air, water, and space like advanced nations are doing. This is part of the integration ideal which he so boldly champions. Every African should consider resources like international waters and continental populations as assets for collective benefits if we cooperated. Okay. So, I don't know how many of you agree with what Mr. Kirunda, who is the presidential aide, what he has said there. Did you agree with him? He's telling us that we didn't understand what Museveni said, but we got the words correctly. And Museveni said that Indian Ocean is mine. I mean, is that a terminology to use when you want to advocate for, Ujumuia of the East African? It's mine. One day we will have wars. You see, we got Museveni right. We didn't miss Museveni's words. We were very attentive. In fact, this is what we should be telling this Ugandan presidential aide. Museveni had a strong point, and it's not the first time Museveni is delivering such a point. These are points that we've always noted from Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, and we were very right when we analyzed the words of Museveni, and we knew that Museveni was saying that there is going to be a one particular time whereby it's going to be a do or die. So what the presidential aide is trying to bring on board here is a diversional kind of narrative to try to make people interpret Museveni's words in his own language. That is not going to be possible because we already know the intention of Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. And the CDF amplified that narrative and delivered his own take on what should happen. In fact, according to him, he even talked about soldiers. That's why in a previous analysis, there's an analysis I shared whereby there are maps which have been fronted, maps on the possible way of Museveni accessing the Indian Ocean. And according to us, we figure that what Museveni is trying to say is to extend Uganda to the Indian Ocean. That means invading Kenya's territory, and it's not going to work. And PS Singoi already did it, but William does not talked about this. We also know about the issue of Naivasha. There was a time there when Jomo Kenyatta wreaked havoc on the Uganda government when they attempted to, steal part of Naivasha. So we are aware about all this. So what is happening here is that The Ugandan presidential aide for press and mobilization, Farouk Kirunda, I think is the one who does not understand the real intentions of Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Museveni's ambition is known by Kenyans. He is a president. He has a right to fight for Uganda, but he doesn't have the right to invade Kenya's territory. These marks are out there in the national domain. We all know where Uganda inaishia, where Kenya inaishia. We won't want to see a scenario whereby Kenya imeingia Tanzania, imeingia Djibouti, imeingia Ethiopia, imeingia sijui wapi, imeingia Uganda. No. And that's what PS Singoi was maintaining, that kila mtu, everybody to appreciate what they have and to respect the border rights. Very bold statement from the PS. So, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about the Ugandan presidential aide's words? He is telling us that everybody who's reacting to Museveni's comment did not get Museveni right. So, so because he's saying so, I want to play this video for you again for the last time and just make your own conclusion on what Museveni is saying, and tell us below in the comment section whether the Ugandan presidential aide is the one who is missing the point, or it's the people reacting on Museveni's words or Museveni's statement.
To unite, because Uganda, even if you wanted to build a navy, how can you build it? We don't have access to the sea. The political organization in Africa is so irrational. Some of the countries have no access to the sea. For economic purposes, but also for defense purposes. But that ocean belongs to me. Because where is my ocean? I am entitled to that ocean. In the future we are going to have wars. In the future we are going to have wars. How can you say that you are in a block of flats, that the compound belongs to only the flats on the ground floor, that the compound belongs to the whole block. All the flats are entitled to the compound.
Yeah.
There's no way you can say. So may I just go, these people, you are really endangering yourself. How can you have a situation like this? Uganda is landlocked inside here. But where is my ocean? My ocean is the Indian Ocean. So, no, it belongs, really, me. I'm on the top floor of the block. And then you say the compound belongs only the ones on the ground floor. This is madness. Eh? So that's why I say, you people, you better unite economically for the sake of prosperity, if you want prosperity.
So perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Till you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.